Alright. Jeez. That took a while. It's this room. Junpei, where are you going? That's the door we came through. No, it's not. We just came through the other door. Shush. Pretty sure I don't need to tell you that number door is a one-way deal, so... You're saying there's no point in going back there, huh? And they're nodding. Awesome. Wait, we have liquids now. Wait, what? Stop that. Okay. Oh, I understand what the heck was going on right there. We have liquids now. Pour it! Hey, the blue light turned on. And I heard a noise. Sound like something unlocking. Ah! So that's what that is. Red liquid. Ooh. The red light's on now. I think I heard another noise. Oh, it's blue. I get it. You combine the red liquid and the blue liquid to make a purple one. Good job, Junpei. The purple light came on and I heard it unlock. I'm sure it's unlocked. The locker with the purple plate has got to be unlocked. Alright, let's see what happened. I get the 2 liquids back now. Fake stomach. Wow. More of a belly. Alright. Should be it. Now let's head back. Lucy, I'm home. Alright. On old heart. Do I have to combine? No? What do I do? I have to put them in, like... chest? Okay. Just collected the 6 parts of the medical mannequin. So the ones we've got must be for Lucy, right? Yeah. Seems like it. Well, I say we give Lucy her parts back. Any objections? Nope. Agreed. Alright, let's get started. Combine. That was just weird. Hey, nothing happened. That's odd. Maybe it's the wrong weight? Weight? Well, you know there's a scale on the side of the bed and everything? Maybe. We need to get the scale to a specific number. How are we going to do that? I think we're supposed to swap her body parts with John's. Oh, let's give it a shot. Operating instructions, the screen below displays 2 medical mannequins. You can switch their body parts by touching the part you want to switch out, and then the part you want to switch in. Cool. Okay, so we have that thing. Oh man. Hey Junpei, I just heard something. Came from John's operating table. We better check it out. I know. I don't know. You replace everything. Except for the ones we've already got. Hey, Junpei, look at the scale. What do you want? Ah, a lid on the scale. It's key. Ain't open. Oh, I get it. Most of them because we match John's weight to what's on the chart. Jupiter key. That must mean we're out. Okay. So... Hey, hold on. Junpei stopped about to put the key into the doorknob. What's up? Where's Clover? Huh? Junpei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen. Where did she go? Okay. Just hold on a minute, I'll go get her. Sure thing. Junpei left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. He found her, standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin. Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here. She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was dead. What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John? It wasn't the best joke, but it was something. An attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing. Clover, can you hear me? Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly her mouth opened and she whispered in a dry, dead voice. My brother might be dead. Huh? That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next. Suddenly the operating room felt very, very cold. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? He gave her a small shake, but she still didn't respond. The silence grew heavier. Junpei, what do you want to do? Hey. Clover. You like four-leaf clovers, right? Well, I have a bookmark here with your name on it. Oh yeah. He didn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered something he'd been given earlier. He reached into his pocket and dug it out. Four-leaf clover. Santa had given it to him in the second-class room. He held it out to Clover. Do you know what each leaf on the four-leaf clover means something? Hope, faith, love, and luck. Take it. Use it as a good luck charm. He pressed the four-leaf clover into her hand. Listen to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember that what's most important, and that's to have faith. And to have love. And to remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck in challenging the Beef Bowl special at Aya. Snake, and your brother, he's not dead. He's alive somewhere, I'm sure of it. You just gotta believe in that. Clover stared at the four-leaf clover in her hand. You could see tears start to form in the corners of her eyes. Thank you. Her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away the tears with the baggy arms of her jacket, but more quickly took their place. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small wet circles on the floor. Thank you. She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei and smiled to choke down the last of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he could manage. Now come on, Seven's waiting for us at the exit. But still she didn't move. Wait, before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you. What's that? What do you think when you hear the word experiment? For a moment his mind froze. Then he came back to his senses and he realized the word meant nothing to him, aside from the dictionary definition. What? Oh, I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean that you knew about the four-leaf clover. look, I'm sorry I don't want to be a jerk, but you're making less than no sense right now. Oh, no, 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 no. It's nothing, just forget about it. No, don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about? Clover looked away. The four-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke. You promise you won't tell anyone? Cross my heart. Really? Really? I can trust you, right? Of course you can. Clover slipped the four-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red from crying. She looked up at Junpei. Okay then. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship 9 years ago. Wait. Wait. On this ship? Yeah, this ship. He was entirely lost. He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best, he thought, to save them until Clover had finished. It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Something about communicating through these fields that you can't see. Morphogenetic fields. He'd heard something like this before. Clover nodded. Like, think about this. She pointed at the operating table. On top of it was a somewhat mismatched medical mannequin whose parts had been swapped with another mannequin. This is John, right? Well, more Lucy now, but whatever. But is he really John? All Junpei could think was she finally completely lost it. Isn't this like Locke's socks? Or the ship of Theseus? Junpei grew even more confused. He'd never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart. You don't know? You haven't heard of those paradoxes? Junpei shook his head. Clover laughed. Okay, well, pay attention then. This is how Locke's socks works. Let's say I've got a pair of socks. They're my favorite socks. One of them gets a hole in it. What would you do if that was your sock, Junpei? Patch it up. Well, I guess I'd patch it up. Get some cloth and close up the hole. But what if another hole opens? I'd add another patch, I suppose. What if another hole opened after that? Another patch, I guess? Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches, until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone. Once you get to that point, can you really say they're the same socks you started with? Huh, that's tough. Junpei crossed his arms. So that's the Locke's socks thing. Yeah, the ship of Theseus is a lot like it. The ship of Theseus, if you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends up with none of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the ship of Theseus that you started with? And what if you took all the old parts from the first ship and built another one, somewhere else? Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus? The one you repaired or the one you built with all the original parts? Huh. It was an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued. Hey, do you think it's the same? What's the same? These guys. Is this John or is it Lucy now? Junpei looked at the operating table again. A mannequin full of body parts from a different body. Clover had been right. It was just like Locke's socks and the ship of Theseus. The part of the body that holds the person's identity is the head. Of course, for many hundreds of years, conventional wisdom had held that man's identity resided in his heart, or any of a number of internal organs. John's head and his heart were both his. But apart from that and a single arm, the rest of the body had been Lucy's. Was that mannequin really John? We're just like these mannequins. She looked at Junpei again. Think about it. The cells in our body change every day. Old ones die and new ones are born. Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once. Or maybe part of your right side is made from a cow you ate. If you take it a little further, those cows and fishes made up from something else too, right? That's how we're all connected. Through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye. The silence was broken by Seven. Hey! What is taking you two so long? Seven's head appeared in the doorway. He was not happy. How long are you going to make me wait? We don't have time to screw around. Junpei and Clover looked at each other. I was just getting down to the nitty-gritty with her, man. You suck. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she had to tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of Seven. Seven seemed to catch on. Oh, what were you two doing? Was this some sort of secret meeting? No, it wasn't. We were just playing with the mannequins. Huh? Let's go, Junpei. Moving a little bit too fast to be entirely innocent, Clover headed toward the exit. Seven stared after her, then turned to Junpei with an amused expression. Playing with the mannequins, huh? Didn't know you were into that kind of thing, Junpei. You're a dick. Junpei dashed past him, traced Clover's path out the door. With a short laugh, Seven followed. They stood looking at the door. Junpei took out the Juniper key. All right, I'm going to open it now. Is that cool? You don't need to keep asking. Just do it, all right? Fine, then. He slid the key into the keyhole and turned it. He felt it unlock. The door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Beyond it lay a simple white hallway. There was no fanfare or confetti. Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them. They simply walked through the door. That was it. All right, let's get going. Hey, man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy? Get a little excited. Not really. Junpei turned away from Seven and took his first step down the simple white hallway. My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next. Clover had told him only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him. How could he pretend to be happy after hearing something like that?